Hello. My professionalism is about as garbage as you get. Okay, I'm going to make this relatively quick. I've tried to shoot this about 17 times. Interruptions galore, but such is the life of, whatever. Okay, Deathcollector, Death's Toll. This record has been released June 23rd, 2023 on Prosthetic Records. Somehow I missed the whole, YouTube pop-up notifications from Prosthetic Records. And it's kind of funny because I subscribe to them, but I don't know if I turn the notifications on them or not. I may have to change that. Anywho, Deathcollector are a Death Thrash newcomer in full band, but a couple of the members are actually kind of, big guys. So this is a death metal masterpiece with old school thrashy vibes. They were formed in 2021, and they released an EP called Time's Up in 2022, and this is their debut full-length album. Now, let's talk about the band members. So first of all, Jason Walton was the very first bass player, but he sadly departed in 2022 due to specific reasons, personal reasons. I won't get involved in that at all, but he is still a member of a ambient project with the drummer of this band, and that is called Cross Paths. So the current bass player in this situation here is Mr. Lee Cummins. He is also in Severe Lacerations and X Bloodshed. The guitar player for this is Mick Carey on the guitars, and he is also in Zealocult and the live member of Brigantia. Now, the vocalist for this is Kieran Scott. He is also in a band called Ashen Crown and former member of Pustule Secretion. And last but not least, the drummer, former Darken member, former Colosphemy member, former Memoriam, and the former drummer of Bolt Thrower, Andrew Whale. So yeah, Bolt Thrower for some of the Americans. Now let's get into this really quickly. So you can really tell that they're individual. You can tell the individuality is on this record in full, and it's just powerful. The drums are smashing. The guitars are just driving along with such intensity, such ferociousness, and the bass is the thick fucking glue that keeps everything all together in a nice, neat, deathy thrash fucking package. Okay, every one of these tracks really sits in my mind and stayed there. I ended up having to put the record on a couple different times at work while I was doing paperwork and so on. This record is just full of all the killer death thrash vibes. Kieran's vocals, on the other hand, really is what I really got excited about, because he's got a really powerful roar. He is just barking and screaming his guts out on this thing. He's mixed in this well also, because sometimes you get a record where the music is sort of lower in volume and then the vocals are just really, really up there. The thing about this is we're not getting any of this. Everything is mixed sort of nice and even. Like if this is your riffs and your music, the vocals are here, so it's literally just a little bit above, so that obviously his voice isn't buried by the rest of the music. Without a doubt, this record is going to be pretty high up on some people's lists. May not be on it may not even make anybody's list. But right now, based on what I've heard, this is really going to be a pretty high contender for my end of year list. There's not a whole lot about this record that I can badmouth at all. Again, each song is just, like I said, it drives along at such a intensity and ferociousness. There's not a lot of fucking, there's not a lot of this. It's sort of, it just goes at a nice steady pace because it's death thrash. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to kick ass. And it does just fucking that. This is an album I'm giving 4.5 out of 5 all day, every day. And if you get the chance, go on to Prosthetic Records YouTube channel, check it out, their YouTube channel, or find it anywhere you can. Get your hands on this. I promise you, you won't regret it. Keep it fucking metal, guys.